promised land. Feel your heartbeat and don't be scared, 'cause I'll be there, yes I'll be there. You and I, we can fly anywhere you wanna go. Find a place we can hide, we can make it on our own. Go along for the ride, to the stars just follow. You and I, side by side, dancing in your halo. Taking over, it's burning. You're so stuck in your head, think I'm leaving. In your mind I know that you're hurting, that I'll be there, yes I'll be there. You and I, we can fly anywhere you wanna go.
Bangers. Ah damn, I forgot to fill my bottle. 1 second, I'm gonna fill my bottle and you enjoy the music.
Dancing in your halo.
Oh boy, New Year's Eve stream. That's the first one of many, hopefully. Okay, what is up YouTube? How are you doing? Buenos dias indeed. I hope all of you are good. The final day of 2023, the final live stream of 2023 as well. So thanks for being here and spending some time live on stream, valuable time as well, as I can imagine many of you will do things with family and friends today. And if not, doesn't matter, as long as you have an enjoyable day, enjoyable night as well. That's what matters. I will be with friends tonight. We will go in the afternoon to the eastern side of the Netherlands and spend New Year's Eve there with my group of friends. So that is what we're gonna do. Of course, not in this live stream. We are gonna talk about Elliott Waves. And what, my man, what a time to become a member. It's not even 2024, but for the celebrations, what to becoming a member, thanks, man. You've been here for such a long time as well. I really appreciate your membership here. Welcome to the Silver Squad. Make sure, Wati, to send me an email as well, so that I can get you sorted. An email with your username on YouTube, Discord, and Telegram if you wish to be in Telegram as well. Yeah, what's up, man? Thanks, appreciate it. Holy moly. So, what are your plans on this day? What we are going to do, at least now, is of course Elliott Waves. I have a new, more local bearish scenario, and we of course still have the bullish scenario. So we're going to talk about Elliott Waves. We're going to zoom out a bit as well from the local range where we are at the moment, and zoom out on the chart. Secondly, I think it would be quite fun to talk about some goals for next year as well. I actually finished them. I was writing them down on my piece of paper that I have over here. And yeah, we can go through some of my goals, maybe some of your goals as well, right? Feel free to share them later on, which I think will be fun as well. Also got some YouTube goals, and there's some YouTube things attached to those goals as well, right? Certain work-related stuff. So that will be interesting as well. And yeah, then we'll see. Of course, eventually I got to go. We always have the chatting sessions after the Elliott Waves stuff as well. So, you know, we're going to wait and see how things are gonna roll here during the live stream. So Broncos, what's up? How you doing? Maybe the sun is a bit too much. There we go. Maybe this is a bit better. Voila. Broncos, good to see you here, man. Buenos dias desde España. Broncos and Hugo, always the two coming in with the Spanish language here. What's up? How you doing? Oh, there he is. There's Hugo and Broncos. What's up? I can't read this language, unfortunately, but welcome, whatever your name is. Maybe you have a more like English name as well, but good to have you here. Cuckoo Pinada, Happy New Year indeed. Happy New Year. Happy beginning and end of the year and success for 2024. Thank you, Broncos. Also, of course, Happy New Year to all of you. But we're going to talk about goals and New Year stuff later today as well. Nice music, thank you. I also like this music. It's actually number one in my like in the past year, the number one song in the past year, the first song you heard during the intro, because it's the song I always use for the live streams. I don't listen to it privately, gotta be honest. Flotty, how you doing, man? Welcome once again to the live stream. Always hanging out. Happy New Year, my friend. Avin Mouville, buenos dias, felicidad y amor para todos. Ooh, I'm not a Spanish-speaking person, so it's difficult for me. Douwe, Ugati, welcome. What's up? How you doing? The Video Kingdom, the final countdown, indeed. Happy New Year, Incredible Sub-Zero. Umar Hayat, Happy New Year as well. Wati, I was joining, didn't expect live. Well, there you go. It happened live. More props to you, my friend. Mail sent. Okay, cool. I'll make sure to check it after the live stream. Probably when I'm in the train and stuff, I'll get you sorted. So Vitalian, Happy New Year as well. It's great to see many of the people coming in as well that have spent the year with me on this journey. We're going to talk a little bit about this journey in 2024 as well, because it's been crazy. The YouTube journey, so to speak. What an experience. My name is Answer from South Korea. Well, Answer, welcome. Good to have you here. So, South Korea. I've been in South Korea twice, in Busan. So I got such a funny story about my one of my trips to Busan. Okay, shortly. So I have a picture of it somewhere, but I'm with a group of guys there for a conference and for esports stuff. And we're in a hotel, and usually you don't go, like, the roof of a hotel is usually not a place to be unless you have, like, there might be a pool depending on the city and stuff, right? But not in Busan. But we were trying to cheat our way on the roof because we wanted to see if we could get a view of the city, and there was a nice bridge with lights in Busan as well. And we were beachside. But you're not allowed on the roof. But we kind of, like, you know, didn't care about the rules. So with a group of 4, we were trying to get on the roof. And it took a while to figure everything out because some doors were locked, which of course, you know, you can't break. We're not breaking stuff, right? We're nice people. But eventually we found a way through the, I suppose you call it machine room, which was a little door hidden in the, like the stairs way eventually. And didn't really look like a door, was almost like part of the wall. But we managed to enter into the machine room. Was pitch dark. We had no light, no nothing. And we had to try and find an exit somewhere. And hopefully that exit would lead us to the roof. Now, after like 15, 20 minutes of searching with our phones as well in that whole room, it's a big hotel, right? It's a big room, no lights whatsoever. We actually found another door, which we managed to open. And then we were on the roof of the hotel, and there was unexpectedly a helicopter platform. So for the night, we spent hours just sitting on the helicopter platform without the hotel. No one knew anything. We took some nice pictures there. It was fun. It was very, very funny. Was a good time as well. So anyway, story mode immediately at the beginning. Egil Suleiman, what's up, man? How you doing? Happy New Year to you as well. Love and happiness to everyone. What we like to hear. Good morning, Moa. What's up? Busan is a nice place. Yeah, another funny story is in Europe, while we're going to start, of course. Oh, Tents are flying. It's very windy here today. Another funny story is in the Netherlands, we are not used to seeing fish cut live in front of you on the market. And then receiving the fish, but it was still moving. So I was with someone else, Charmaine Crooks, one of my mentors. And we were walking through one of the markets in Busan, fish market. And you see all the live fish. So sorry for the story mode. We get it into Elliott waves in a second, right? And you see all these fish swimming in the things, right? They just swim, and then someone orders, I want that one. They grab the fish. They go behind the screen, but they're still on the street. So there's like a screen. So if you look around the screen, you can see what they do. They're cutting the fish and preparing and stuff. But then there was this lady, it's a long fish. I think it's an eel or something related to that. And they cut it behind the screen, of course. They gave the bag, and the bag was still moving. I never forget that. That's stuff you don't have in the Netherlands. It's all processed, it's packaged, it's not done in front of your face. Arguably less fresh, I suppose. But yeah, some of those experiences are quite interesting. Okay. Let's start with Elliott waves and then get into the goals for 2024. We're going to start talking about of course, let's start with the range, just the range before we zoom out to medium time frame stuff, right? 12-hour stuff as well. There is a little bit of a different bearish scenario that I have locally now as well, because of price moving up, invalidating the 1112. It's changed now, so that is something that is new. But let's start with just the higher time frame stuff, which is basically just the range, right? Where here we're then looking WXY, and bless you, my fiance, and bless you, everyone say bless you. We're looking for a WXY here, flat in W, double zigzag, or some zigzag related structure in a wave X, and then we're looking for a zigzag in wave Y, 535. Common target over here is hit twice now, and preferably for a zigzag, you would say the low over here is in. If we're looking for a 5, 3, and then a 5, unless you get a bigger flat like this, so then you have a 5, 3, 5. But we'll get to that, right? So the low might potentially be in for this scenario, right? This is the bullish scenario basically. This is your whole target area, and we found support beautifully on top of the blue box, which is exactly what we like to see, right? It was the weekly level at 41,349, which also was a daily level, by the way. So yeah, very, 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 very nice indeed. And price moving towards the upside. And that is why the target boxes are also so important to me, is Elliott waves can sometimes give you quite a big area of interest, not very specific, right? It's a big box, 41.7 to 39.1, but that is the area for a wave Y. So hey, what do you do? But then inside that area, I'm looking for areas of interest, looking for confluences, looking for support in this case, that would increase the probabilities for a bounce inside of this area. And that is why we then have the blue box. Now, the WXY scenario might not be the scenario that eventually plays out, but hey, in the end, it did give us a bounce of, totaling 3.5%. It's nice, no? So that is why for me these target boxes are always so important as well, because they're like condensed areas of support or resistance inside the bigger Elliott wave areas of interest, right? So WXY potentially in. But of course, we'll go to the lower time frame in a second. Secondly, more bearish scenario, we're looking for this wave C to the downside, right? A, B, and then a wave C, 5-wave structure eventually. So you need to have a 1, 2, and then eventually continuation to the downside in a bigger wave 3. This is your common target area, which is between 40K and 39K. 1.618 also still a target at 37.3K, right? Quite a bit of a move to the downside. And also based on the lower time frame structure, if you want to count an impulse to the downside here, then we have to now think about, where is it, the new scenario, this one over here, which now changed to a double 1-2. So we got rid of the triple 1-2. We now have a double 1-2. That is the big change for the bearish scenario, right? Where over here, let me manage this. Let me actually remove this, not yet relevant. So in this scenario, instead of having a 1-2 and then another 1-2, 1-2, right? We are now looking for a double 1-2 on the chart over here, right? So you have in green, your 1-2, going to be looking for a 3 down. And then in blue, we now have this as a wave 1, where the count is then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As actually shown in the morning video, I showed the same sub-degree count, but I actually didn't yet think about this double 1-2. I thought about it later in the morning. So this over here is still a valid bearish scenario, of course, for then a bigger wave C to the downside. Now this wave C, like if we are looking for this impulse in a 1-2, 1-2 and a big move down, it's going to be quite a lengthy move, big move to the downside, because if we look at the target for the blue 1-2 at the moment, usually the 1.618 is a minimum target for a wave 3. Look how deep it is. The target of the lower degree wave 3, blue wave 3, let me color code this, right? The target for your blue wave 3 to eventually finish your C is already below your most common target area for your wave C, which is the yellow box here. And that's only the sub count. Then you need a blue 4, blue 5, right? To finish green 3. Then you need a green 4, green 5. So one can then expect a deep move to the downside. Now a zigzag can be deep, right? They can go to the 1.618. They can go even further, but that's uncommon. The 1.618 is something you do tend to see, but the 2.618, for example, is rare for a wave C. So currently, the size of this double 1-2 does limit the probabilities a bit for a wave C, just because the target for your C is so deep, right? But we want to continue to observe the local price action, because this move to the upside at the moment, and we'll get to that in a second, is not yet, we're not out of the danger zone. You can also see over here that for a wave 2, you have the 05 to 786 area being your target area, of course, which is 42.5 to 43.2K. You might actually be able to catch some fireworks. My sound is on, so by the way, we're going to watch that video about fireworks in the Netherlands. Let's see how many of you know that one. We're going to check that one out later. So this still is your target area for a wave 2. And then you can still expect a wave 3 down, but we want to see solid weakness, of course, locally, right? We'll get to this structure in a second. Now, the more bullish scenario is either your zigzag is in, or you're looking for a bigger B, and then a flat A, B, then you're looking for a C. So then we have to look for 5 wave structures to the upside, right? Where this is only the beginning of your structure to the upside. So we don't want big bearish CVD divergences. We actually want to have the bullish CVD, which we had over here, and we want to see price pushing to the upside to the higher box, which then results in a potential A over here, A, B, C. Sorry, A, B, C. Man, there's so much on my chart. There we go. A, B, C, and then you have a bigger B. However, if price moves to the upside here, we have to also think about continuation to the upside. So the reaction here will be very important to me. I'll be observing it if price gets there, because we might just continue to the upside and then reach the 45K levels as well. So something that we have to keep in mind. So this is still a bearish scenario. However, your target for C is like much higher compared to your lower target here, right? So we're then talking about this one. So this is your target, 41K to 40.3K would then be the area for your wave C, right? So that is something we have to think about. So we spoke about the local bearish scenario. We spoke about the bullish scenario, of course, continuation. Let's talk about what happened locally here. So if this over here is the low and we are looking for either a C to the upside in the flat scenario, right, where we then look for an ABC flat, or if we are looking for a wave 1 and maybe an impulse to the upside for higher prices, we have to look for impulsive structures from the low to the upside. Sorry about that. So we have to look for impulsive structures to the upside, which gives us 3 options to keep in mind. Diagonal, regular impulse, double or triple 1-2s. Let's start with a normal impulse. From the low, we want then to see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No overlap between 4 and 1. Now currently there's a lot of overlap here. So clearly we do not have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, right? Also this low entered the price action of a potential wave 1. So that is not ideal. Okay, we go to number 2, right? Which is then a diagonal structure. For a diagonal structure, we take the trend lines, no? Over here. And there's of course a couple of rules. Now in this case, we are thinking about an impulse, right? Because this diagonal is not high enough for a C in an ABC. So this would be a wave 1 structure, which would be more bullish if correct and if it follows the rules, no? So a leading diagonal can be impulse, zigzag, impulse, meaning 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, or can be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Then you expect a 2, and then you expect continuation. In the diagonal is your 1, 2, 3 to the upside, right? When we look at this diagonal, take a look at your wave 3. Because if I show you the 1-to-1, your wave 3 is longer. This is your 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're looking for your wave 5. The fact your wave 3 is longer is not ideal in a diagonal, because then we have to think about expanding diagonals. These are rare. Also in the newly updated Elliott Wave international rules of a diagonal, wave 3 is allowed to be longer than wave 1. It is not an invalidation anymore. It is a guideline that wave 3 is shorter than wave 1, not a rule. So it's not invalidated. But wave 3 being longer than wave 1 is not ideal, right? It's not really what we want to see, because it still lowers the probabilities of this move being a diagonal, at least a contracting one. Expanding diagonals in general are rare anyway. So a diagonal at the moment is not really looking that great, which then leaves us with a multiple 1, 2 from the low, where we then have your 1, 2, and then you up 3, 4, 5. No, make this green. You have another one, blue, and another one, white. Okay, so here 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Preferably we see bullish CVD divergences between the 2s as well. We did have bullish CVDs between these over here, but if price retraces, preferably you see another one, right? More bullish CVD divergences building instead of the bearish CVD divergences building, of course. So in this scenario, your second wave 1, man, I don't know, my voice, like it's a bit I had it the past 2 days, right? Sometimes gets a bit like itchy. So not sick, don't feel sick, but not ideal for lots of talking. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. In this case, your second wave 1 is longer than the first wave 1. Not ideal, right? This is your second wave 2. Then you have your third wave 1. Preferably in a multiple 1-2 scenario, each wave is a bit shorter, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and then explode. Second wave 1, shorter in time and price than the first wave 1 is preferred. Then you have your second wave 2, usually follows the same pattern as the first wave 2. So if the first wave 2 is a zigzag, the second wave 2 tends to be a zigzag, and the third wave 2 tends to be a zigzag. It doesn't have to be, because the first wave 2 can also be a zigzag, and the second one can be a WXY. It's also possible, right? So it can be shallow and horizontal, and then it continues. So it's not a must, it's not a rule. Again, it's guidelines. If we look at the second wave 1, it is, however, longer in time and in price. Clearly longer in time as well, this one. And this wave 1 here, compared to the green one, is also longer in time. So it's difficult to really have this scenario at the moment as a high probability scenario because of how the 1-2s are forming, but that limits us in bullish continuation at the moment, because for a wave C to the upside in a flat, we want to see preferably an impulse, which usually in an ABC is quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quick move, high volume to the upside. Well, this is clearly not quick. If we then look at this low in and we look for new highs, impulse, well, clearly this is not an impulsive structure. Diagonal, wave 3 is longer than wave 1. That's not ideal, lowers the probabilities of a diagonal structure, which then leaves us with the multiple 1-2s. Now this scenario is invalidated if price takes this low over here. That is what we don't want to see, right? This low being taken. And what is important at the moment is that this over here is not getting lost. We don't want this support being lost. We had this area for resistance. We prefer now to see it as support, holding, and to the upside. Because if price is going to move, let's say below this low here, it re-enters this range, and the probabilities will switch towards downside as well, right? Because then you enter this range again, likely you go back here, and you just get close to the invalidation, which is not ideal. But for a 1-1-1-2, this retracement would be quite shallow. Taken from the low to the high, the 0.5, that would be your minimum target usually for a wave 2. The 382 is also a target for a wave 2, it's just less common, right? So what I'm basically saying is the bullish scenarios here are not yet looking amazing from the low. So I am pretty neutral about what happens here locally. While we were looking for a move to the upside, which we got, price filled the gap over here, which is the white box, right? The 1 hour gap. It filled the 1 hour gap here. The high of the white box filled. Value area high, tagged. Nice, right? Got through the resistance. Good. But we do want to see continuation. Don't really like to see price dropping back in the range because the diagonal does not have great probabilities at the moment. So preferably it holds and you continue towards the upside. We had the bullish CVD, which already played out because the highs were taken. However, we want to see that continue, right? We want to continue to see bullish CVD divergences, which at the moment we don't have here. Let's see. No, I mean, we're way up at the moment. So what we did see at the high on the 3-minute were some bearish CVD divergences during this drop here, right? Lower highs on price, higher high on yellow, also on blue here. But all of these already played out. So that is sorted basically. So we are just going to be patient. We know what to look for. Preferably price holds the support, doesn't fall back into this range. If it does, bearish probabilities do increase. We don't really like to see that, right? Of course, we continue to observe the reaction, but it wouldn't be ideal. And yeah, based on this structure from the low at the moment, it gives me a neutral feeling locally, right? On the medium time frame, we're still looking for higher prices. But like very, very locally, yes, market structure is locally bullish. But yeah, we want to see this high taken. Honestly, we just want to see this high taken, and that will increase probabilities again towards the more probabilities towards the upside. Bit of resistance, bit of support. We want to see it hold. So that is basically locally what's up here. So that is what I'm keeping an eye on, or at least if I can, because it's Old Year's Day. I don't know the English way of saying. For us in the Netherlands, it's Oudjaarsdag, Old Year's Day, I suppose. So, yeah. Oh yeah, another thing, by the way. Arguably, but this would be for the bearish scenario, if price drops below support, you could also have a look at these structures and think, hey, they look a bit three-wavy as well instead of impulsive. So it's difficult to say, oh, we might actually have a little bit of a push. Would be nice. So, we did take this level. So a bigger diagonal is invalidated. You can only have a double 1-2, but yeah. If we zoom out, as mentioned, with the zigzag to the downside here, and then a double 1-2, at least your second wave 1 took the low of the first wave 1. But preferably you have bigger bearish CVD divergences, which we don't. Instead, we have bullish CVD. And your target for your wave 3 is going to be very low. So I would still give higher probabilities to the WXY compared to a zigzag down, but that would increase probabilities for continuation to the upside locally, which means we want to hold, and then continuation to the upside as well. Locally here, what kind of structure are we building? So at the moment, this looks three-wavy, no? That's what we like. We don't like five-wave structures for continuation. Okay. You've probably seen the update with the time on the medium time frame. So very short for this scenario here. Preferably, this wave 4 is not really going to touch the 5 on the 4th of Jan, the 5 fib time, meaning wave 4 is 5 times longer than wave 2, because then it's a very long wave 4 compared to 2. And we have to think about this scenario here, where we get a potential bigger flat. If the WXY would play out and we could move to the upside, I'd be looking for probably an A, B, C as the bearish scenario compared to a wave 5 being the bullish one. So keep this in mind. This would then be a bigger scenario. And also even an ABC could only be the first structure, and then a range and deeper structure, and then continue. So, but that's way in the future. But it does depend on how long price is ranging here or continues to range here, because we want to see a breakout eventually, no? And bullish CVD divergences are, if we zoom out, all the time building. But the question is, when do they, of course, the CVD is best used locally. I'm now on a 4-hour time frame. I prefer to use the 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes. That is where CVD is most powerful. Of course, when zooming out, CVD is moving down. One would argue, of course, bullish CVD divergences, higher low in price, lower low in the CVD. But even from the all-time high to the downside, like it just always moves down. So, CVD on the higher time frames, it just always goes down, basically. Overall, as you can see, so preferably 15 minute or lower, 30 minute or lower, I should say, is preferred for CVD. And if we see locally bearish CVDs building, then the bigger bullish ones don't matter, because the lower ones have a higher probability of playing out. It's all probabilities, I suppose. So yeah, here we are then looking for a bigger wave 4 and then another push to the upside in 5, because at the moment probabilities here are higher to see the highs taken. in whatever way on the medium time frame, right? We're then looking for either a 4 or 5 here, 4 or 5, take the high, potential A, B, C, but then we also take the high, end of bigger 4 and 5, depends on how long we continue this range over here, no? In a more bearish scenario, we're looking for 1, deeper 2, eventually take the high again. But this for me is the lowest probability at the moment because all of this looks very corrective and complex. Typical wave 4 structure, not wave 2 structure really. And also that very much limits the probability for a much bearish scenario where the A, B, C and C is already in and we are looking for a much deeper retracement because of how price is moving here. Right, for a much deeper retracement, you wanted to see an impulse to the downside from the high and then a wave 1 and then eventually 2, 3. But if this is your 2, it retraced to the 886 Fibonacci, which you then take from the high to the low, toggle on your 886, and it hit the 886 here, right? Which is a rare target for a 2. So low probabilities, you basically you go much lower, right? Compared to the scenarios that I've just shown you. This one here, no, this one, or this one. So yeah, generally we're still looking for higher. However, locally, I'm not so sure yet. I'm not really yet a big fan of the price action as mentioned. So I don't like a diagonal impulse. There's no impulse here at the moment, like a bigger one. And for a 111.2, it's not yet ideal. We can continue to observe over here. Right. I'm going to check the chat. We're going to do 2 other things. One, we are going to talk about the goals for 2024. Your goals, my goals as well, will be fun. I think that's what we're going to start with. And then I want to end with a very special video, which maybe you have seen. If you are Dutch, you must know about that video. Like there's no chance you don't know the video. Because it is a survival guide to the Dutch, basically. And then it's about New Year's Eve. It's 6 minutes. We're going to watch it together at the end. And then you will realize what happens in the Netherlands tonight. Because, oh boy, it's going to be a war zone. And I love it. Man, Dutch fireworks. When my fiance came to the Netherlands, she's from South Africa, Cape Town. She moved to England and then eventually came to the Netherlands. When she visited the Netherlands and the first year we had New Year's Eve, I filmed her when we went outside. You should have seen her face. She got scared. She pulled back because of everything around her, like all of the explosions, the rockets, the booms, the whatever. Eventually she enjoyed it very much, but at the beginning it's very overwhelming. It's not organized, guys. It's just a war zone. So, but we'll watch that video. It's fucking hilarious. Okay. Gwendy Zoo, what's up? Pleasure going live as well. Dennis Pate, it sounds like the beginning of a nice virus. Yeah, hopefully we don't get there. It's just a little itch. I drink my water, or tea. But that's about it, really. I didn't do anything crazy. Yeah, but yeah, you don't have to do anything crazy to get a little bit of a sicky throat. But yeah, let's hope we don't get there. I need my voice to talk on for you guys as well. Bit Phantom, Happy New Year. What's up? Happy New Year to you as well. Christian, in Thailand it's soon Arthur. And yeah, of course there's different, like 12 a.m. p.m. whatever tonight hits differently, of course, across the world. We are basically doing a massive wave, of course, from the side of America to the side of Asia. We're in the middle. But yeah, have a great year, Christian, yourself as well. Here you find quality, not quantity. Let's improve the quality even for next year. That's the goal. But quantity, of course, 3 updates a day is already quite a lot. We're not going down to 2, by the way. At least not yet. Maybe one day, but so far so good, no? Sylvester, I don't know what Sylvester is. Will be crazy fireworks in the street of NL tonight. Absolutely. ETH index, only stick with Bitcoin at the moment. Oh, Kamran Pariskar, what's up? How you doing? Ashish, by the way, also what's up? How you doing? Maybe a Band-Aid, morning all. Good to have you here. Ersin Yilmaz, welcome. Dennis maybe knows what video I'm talking about. Is Elliott Wave usable for day trading? Yes, but you do need a very good understanding to day trade Elliott waves, because the lower time frames change very quickly and you need to be able to think very quickly. And that is where the more knowledge you have and the more experience, the easier it becomes to quickly change scenarios and change the probabilities as well, because it's not just knowing Elliott waves, it's also you being able to attach probabilities to the waves, right? Everyone can count, but then it's about also knowing your probabilities, knowing all the rules. So can you do it? Yes, absolutely. And then I would recommend using the 15 minute time frame. The faster you are, the faster. Yes. The quicker, like the more information you have, the more experience, the easier it becomes for you to day trade Elliott waves, because you know the invalidations, etc. Yeah. Do you log scale? I use on the lower time frames linear scale. Only above daily I go to log, like weekly time frame. Grandy Zoo, I'm French, lived 5 years in Delft. I never went out on New Year's Eve because of the craziness of the fireworks in the street. I know, right? I love hearing that. Yeah. Delft, nice place as well. How's it organized in France, by the way? Balcor Gaming, welcome. Good to have you here. Thank you. Stephen Lau, what's up? Sylvester is German for New Year's Eve. Oh, okay. I see. New Year's Eve. Name, what's up? You're not late. You're not late. We did cover Elliott waves just now, but you're not late. High time frame Bitcoin. That's actually the plan for tonight. I still want to upload a high time frame video and plan it for tonight. So go through the cycle, macro, high time frame. But compared to the previous video, nothing actually really changed. Sometimes that's a thing, like with the high time frame, things change so slowly that I can re-record a video, but it's kind of like, almost the same video. So sometimes I'm thinking, will I do a community post and just repost the previous video, or do I make a new video? You know what I mean? What I did do is someone asked me the other day, stop the cap. Don't know if you're here maybe, but he asked me to do a count of the WXYXZ bullish macro scenario, right? On the macro, we are looking from 69 to 15K as a WXYXZ. And he asked me for a sub-degree count. He's a gold member. He was like, yo, how would you count this in a WXYXZ? I mean, that's what I did. That's something that I could put on the chart during the video. That would be something new as well, interesting for people to see. Small time frames, the B waves can be ridiculous. Yeah, and you can have running flats and all that stuff, of course, as well. If we look more for wave 2s or 4s to the upside. But a wave B, I mean, if this is A, B, C, I mean, what wave B are we talking about here, by the way, at the moment? What's up, by the way, MX Nick? On the smaller time frames, I get a better feeling usually of how strong or weak the... Yes, I agree. So in the end, the lower time frames decide what happens on the higher time frames. No, it's all about the local price action, and because of local price action, we'll figure out the higher degrees and the higher time frame price action. So that's why I like to keep an eye on the 15 minute, because it gives me the information, which then also decides probabilities for the other stuff. Jeez. Put this down a little bit. Nice and sunny today. We like that though. Clear skies hopefully tonight. Papa, do you see a dip before the halving like around March? I mean, depends on what the dip is. What prices are we talking about? Because on the medium time frame, we're looking for a 4 and eventually a 5 or worst case scenario, a 2 and then a 3. So yeah, it depends on how deep your dip is, because on a 1 minute time frame we are dipping now. But of course on a daily here, bullish wise, we're looking for a 4 and then a 5. But if we continue ranging too long, I'm going to be looking for this, where there's a potential for A, B, and then a wave C, right? Dip 34.8. That's going to be the dip then. Most bearish scenario, your dip is going to be 34.8 to 29.1. So is a dip expected? Most bullish scenario, of course, is if your 4 is in here and you're going to be looking for a 5 up. Then the 5 up is an impulse, and then possibly around March, you could move down. Yeah, because then we have an impulse, final leg up, maybe takes a month or something, and then you move to the downside in February, March. So yeah, I guess in most of the scenarios you can expect a dip, but the question is, what's the dip? we don't yet know, of course, but that's playing the game, right? That's the game we're playing. So better on the daily to confirm we go lower. Yeah, it's a smart move. Engulfing candles. I know another trader, TXM, not sure if he's here, but he uses Heikin-Ashi candles, and he just waits for a certain amount of candles as well that turn red and stuff. Polar Bearman, yeah, you're completely correct, Polar Bearman. Wave Bs, as well as an X, by the way, are or can be extremely complicated. A wave B of a flat tends to be a zigzag most commonly. A wave B of a zigzag can be a pain in the ass. A wave X has the highest probability of being a zigzag. However, a wave X can be anything as well. So the X and the Bs are very complicated structures to count. Absolutely. What's the fixed range of volume like on 38K? Well, we have two big point of controls here from the range of 2021 and from the range previously around this time, which was here in April 2022. So that's the volume. Like point of control of this whole range, the whole of 2021 basically, and then a point of control of this structure here gives you this yellow box between 38.6 and 39K as important support. So that is something to look out for. Yes, the ABC is still valid, but you do want a 4 to the upside still, preferably in the green count. So for the ABC on a macro scale, right, most bearish, you then look for A, B, C, but preferably in your C, you have then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this 4 gets too long, it lowers the probabilities of this being one impulse, basically, lowering the probabilities of an A, B, C, increasing the probabilities for potential bullish scenarios. But it depends how long this range is taking. So preferably you have your 1 or your A in the bearish scenario, B, and then C. So this is one leg, which then fits also with this. A, B, 5 wave C. But if your 4 is too long in a potential C in this case, it increases probabilities for this 1, 2, 3, long 4, 5. So and that's something time will tell. Of course, we don't know. So it's a good question, by the way. It's a good question. We need a bit more time. Happy New from Morocco. Nice. Welcome, Zach, and Happy New Year to you as well. Can wave 3 be a zigzag? Only in a leading diagonal or a ending diagonal, but we retrace a little to the 05. Isn't that a problem? Depends on your pool. I don't know what pool you have here for your 05, right? So for the green wave 4, we are not even close to the 0.5 at the moment. Look, we only hit the 0.236. The 05 is all the way down here. The problem is, if you do go down all the way here, better be quick, because the 5 pip time is coming, and the wave 4 being 5 times longer than wave 2 is not ideal. We're not saying it's impossible, it's all probabilities, but the longer your 4 goes after this 5, the really lower probabilities it becomes, because it's also about having the right look, right? In the Elliott Wave book, magic. In the Elliott Wave book, there's a nice chapter as well for everyone that has it, by the way. 1 second. Oh, here we go. Let me full screen this. Chapter 2, guidelines of wave formation, alternation, la-di-la-di-la, wave equality, right? Important one. And then we have the right look. Wave equality, alternation, and the right look all have to do with the time, right? It has to do with time, because what we're looking for is price to, or at least a wave 4 and 1 in this case, to have a certain relationship with one another. And we don't want the wave 4 to be too long, because the impulse, the context of the impulse is lost if it gets too long. So, yeah. What's up, Sarthak Agarwal? Welcome, my friend. Okay, we're going to do the following. We're going to talk about some of your goals and my goals while we observe what price action does. Losing. Remember what I said at the beginning, right? With the local structure here. Keep that in mind. While we observe what happens here. Okay, chat. Do you have some goals for 2024? Now, I do not believe in New Year resolutions, because it always feels weak. A New Year resolution feels like, I don't know, it feels more like easy to give up to in a way, right? So I'm more of like, I suppose the word goals sounds different to me than New Year resolutions. What I always do in December is I reflect on the previous year and I look forward to the next year with some of the goals. So I wrote down, I wrote them down in detail in the notebook, but I got them here. So I'll just talk about some of my goals for next year. You can talk about some of your goals, because I'm curious to you, chat. Like, what are some of your goals in work or whatever it is, right? So I'm a global keynote speaker, right? I speak globally at events, but I also speak locally in the Netherlands. Most of the gigs I do are local events in the Netherlands because it's around the corner. But for next year, I like to do at least 5 global ones as well. Now, of course, I have a trading goal as well, a financial goal, but that is not worth sharing. But what I do have as a goal is that in my trading, I stick to my trading plan 100% of the times. So my biggest weakness sometimes in trading is psychology. And I've been working on that this year very hard, and I've improved massively on the psychology front as well. And the way of execution, the way of my trading, losses and everything that has to do with trading psychology. It's not my biggest weakness, as in like it limits, it becomes, all my profits are gone. It's just that if I make a mistake, it's usually because of psychology. So I worked on this very hard this year. Also with this book, for the ones that want to know, Mental Game of Trading, Jared Tendler. Hopefully Jared is watching this live stream once upon a time. Would be cool, no? I'm basically marketing his book every day because it's the best one. So I've been working very hard on this, and next year I really want to stick to the plan. I don't want any psychology mistakes. So that's going to be an important one. YouTube. On YouTube, we reached from 0 to, how many are we now? What's the count? Where are we at? Let me know. 5,000 something. Oh, come on. Wait. Who's gonna be the one? Wait. Live count. Okay, chat. Who is going to make the final day of 2023 a party? You're kidding me. 5799. The goal this year, by the way, was when I started 5,600. So we already passed it. But oh boy, are we close to a new one as well. 5,799. So we'll check that in a second. If you are the one clicking on subbing, then let me know. But okay. For YouTube next year, if we follow some of these statistics, I thought like one website says you'd be around like 25, 30K. Now I will be in March. I will marry in another country. So I will provide updates and stuff, but it will be more live streams, probably just like in Saudi Arabia for 1 week, right? Where I do live streams and a video in the morning, maybe. So, but for YouTube, I was like, you know, extra goal, yeah, I know, maybe 50K, but I need to get into shorts to get to the 50 if I would like. I never really like to focus too much on numbers because I prefer quality. So if I make shorts, and I actually would love your feedback, instead of just cutting parts out of the horizontal video, the long form, recording vertical shorts, only shortly showing the scenarios I look at in a certain time frame, and give the probabilities, and that's it. So it's a short, or TikTok or whatever, short video, quickly showing the scenarios, no detail, because the detail happens in the long form YouTube content. The scenarios I look at, this is one, this is bullish, this is bearish in the medium time frame, this is bull bear in the low, this is bull bear in the micro, and then probabilities per time frame, medium tuck, low tuck, micro tuck, done, right? And I think it will give people a bit of a summary, in a way, of the long form content. If they either forget, they can check the short, or if they don't have time to watch the 10-minute videos, then they can check the short. And you know what I mean? So I think I will make some shorts, yes, in that way, and then we'll see what your feedback is. Because I kind of, you know, do the channel based on your feedback as well. So we'll see where we end up. Also this year, we started on the 20th of February, 2021. What the hell, 2021? 2023, my friend. Holy moly, I had no alcohol. So 2023, 20th of Feb, that's when we started. And of course, in the beginning, everything runs slow. Slow, quote unquote, because we had 1K subscribers in 2 months, 3K in 3 months, 2K in 3 months, so another 1,000 in 1 month, which is ridiculous. And I never expected to be here in this position with you guys watching, 82 concurrent viewers now. Yeah. By the way, for everyone joining, the Elliott Wave analysis was at the beginning. We are now in the "What are your goals for 2024" section. So if you have goals, share them with me. It's fun to talk about. And then we talk about the fireworks as well in the Netherlands, because I have a special video I'd like to show you. So and of course I'll answer your stuff over here as well. I do not forget about chat. But yeah, so 20th of Feb we started the channel because of questions I got in a Discord group, and it turned eventually out to what it is today with the updates and everything. Now I never expected, so in my yearly goal for 2024, I did not have YouTube. It was not in there. I had trading, of course I had trading. I did not have any YouTube goal, but here we are, and now it's something I very much enjoy. I love trading, and I love making the videos, and it's like playing a game with Elliott Waves and stuff as well. So, and I used to be a pro gamer. I used to live stream a lot on Twitch as well. Maybe one day we can do a Twitch stream on my channel for the gamers here, and we can play some games. But yeah, it's been a crazy year, so I don't really tend to look too much at numbers, but it's good to have a certain vision, because I prefer to have high quality content and listen to your feedback, right? You as the viewer, you're the one that watches the stuff. So I have to listen to what you like and not like, and then based on the average, I can steer. the channel has changed quite a lot since the beginning. One of the biggest improvements was the probabilities section at the end of the video. At the beginning, I did not do probabilities. That only came later because many people requested like, hey, Koen, you talk about the scenarios, but what are the probabilities of the scenarios? So I listened to the feedback. I implemented the probabilities section. A reason for not doing it at the beginning is because you're scared. You're nervous. You're giving probabilities and you'll be wrong sometimes. Luckily, most of the times we're right and we know what we're looking for. So good year, right? It's very rare that it's completely wrong, as we always take scenarios into account. But still, especially in the beginning, I was nervous, and then you grow over it. Made me grow as a person as well. And there's other things. I listened to how long should the videos be. I did a poll as well in Discord on how long should one daily update video be, right? About 10 minutes. So on average, the videos are between 7 and 12, I suppose 8 to 12 minutes. That's the goal, because 10 minutes was the most voted. So yeah, I try to listen. I like charts. Give us charts. Chart analysis. I always give you charts. That's what we do here. So... but yeah, goal for YouTube. Then I have a goal for the Global Esports Federation. I'm a board member there, but that's not really too relevant. We want to build a community there and do stuff for players and la-di-la. And I have a startup business, which I will not spend energy in, at least in Q1. I want to focus more on YouTube and trading. You guys, the community Discord, right? And we'll see what happens. I have a business coach as well, so I'll talk with him about that stuff. So those are my work-related couple of goals as well. Health-related, I have sports. This year I did a obstacle run, 42 kilometers, 100 plus obstacles in the Netherlands. The Iron Viking, got the medal here, always have it with me. And yeah, that was a big achievement for me. I will do 3 obstacle runs of 20K this year instead of one of 42, because I do want more kilometers. So I want to get to 60, even though it's split in 3 events. So I will do 3 20K obstacle runs, and I want to do 1 international one. So maybe a 4th, that is. Food, no candy this year, no chocolate, no sugar. I can eat cake and stuff, but I actually want to get rid of the too much sugar stuff. And also no alcohol. I already don't drink alcohol really. I'm not really a drinker anyway. I rarely ever drink, but I just want to try to minimize it to 0. And I want to cook 1 healthy lunch recipe, new recipe a week. So I want to basically learn new recipes, and I want to learn 1 new recipe each week. Sleep 7.5 hours, some mental stuff as well. So meditate 5 minutes 3 times a day shortly. It's not, meditate is such a weird word, but it's more about it's more about structure for me, and thinking about, okay, what am I going to do in the next couple of hours, or did I forget something? And then you take the momentum out of your day, which helps you to kind of realize if you forgot something or not. So it's not like meditate, I suppose. It's more like having a moment for yourself to think about, okay, what am I doing? Because I am very structured. Some stuff for the house, and then personal goals: read 25 books this year, which is 1 book per 2 weeks. Should be possible. Turn the phone off a lot of times as well. So when I don't need it, just turn it off, put it in the closet. And I want to be active on a certain forum, which is a business-related forum as well. And then travel, I want to do I love traveling. I do travel multiple times a year, but what I really want to do is a hut-to-hut hike with my dad, because he loves that stuff. He hasn't been going for a while. Also health sometimes. And he used to do that with his brother and a friend. and I want to do it with my dad and then maybe my brothers and also his brother and, you know, whoever wants to join. So, so basically what I did is I have goals in work, health, personal, and travel. And then I also have a 1 year, 5 year, 10 year strategy plan. Life happens, but at least you kind of know where you want to go to. So, yeah. So we'll see. Also, another goal is of course like gym, but I go to the gym almost every day, so that's not really a goal. That was a goal last year. Okay, what are you guys talking about? I will show you the fireworks video very soon. By the way, it's hilarious. It's so good. Fireworks in the Netherlands. Okay, where were we? Yes, exactly. Gwendy Zoo. I prefer goals. You know, good goals. Price now below the point of control, golden pocket, of course. It did hit the 05. So we're going to remain patient, see what happens with the back test. What are CVD divergences doing here? Absolutely nothing. No divergences. So we just patiently wait. Oh, 1 second. Fiance writing something here. My goal for 2024 is to quit my job and live from my trades. That's a good goal to have, and that's a solid target as well, right? So you need to know, okay, how much money do I need to survive? What I recommend is to at least have some money in savings, preferably, that's the usual common advice, 6 to 9 months of savings, and then try. So that's a nice goal to have. Absolutely, that's a good one. Mr. B, check it. This is of course Bitcoin, but that's ETH. Brain chip implant, no mental weakness. Happy New Year. What's up, GS LG? Everyone has some mental weakness, right? So, but yeah, imagine brain chip implant from Neuralink, and you're on your way. Would be something, no? No, I like to develop myself as well. 5,800. Who's the one who clicked the button just now? Nice. Thanks, everyone. Wow. When we hit 5,700 I think 2 days ago. When did we hit it? No, longer. Okay, well, 3 days ago. 5,700. That's when we hit it. I told my fiance, I said, hey, we're going to finish the year at 5,700. There's no way that in 3 days we're going to make it to 5,800. You guys proved me wrong. I literally said this to my fiance. I said, we're not going to make 5.8K. We are going to make 5.8K. Who's the guy pressing the button here? Subs to the moon. Abner Kabayet, what's up? Thanks for subbing. You might actually be the number one here then. Thanks, everyone. Wow, that's amazing. This is in 10 months now. The reason I'm speaking here as well is all thanks to you. Because all of what happened this year regarding YouTube has been so unexpected. So thank you for all of your support, because without you watching the videos and hopefully learning a thing or two, enjoying the updates, maybe it helps in your trading. Of course, no financial advice, but you know that. Yeah, you guys stick around. So it's great to see. It's been crazy. Average time for a YouTube channel to go from 0 to 1,000 is 2 years. 0 to 1,000 in 2 months here. Now we're at 5.8. Jeez. Nutty, guys. Wait. Ooh, I will go quick, okay? I will go quick. Already subscribed right now. You might be the 800 or the 5.8 instead of the 5.81. Potentially. You might be the one that switched the number from 99 to 00. Zach. I like your name, like Zach. You deserve much more. The amount of info you provide to community is unbelievable. Thank you. quality above quantity. So sometimes the video might be a bit late than planned, but I you know, potentially it's because I wasn't happy with the first recording, or I made some mistakes in my speaking, and I like to redo things or edit it out, and you know, it's quality above quantity. But thanks. I also in the group in Discord, I try to be there as much as I can, answer the questions, help people out, look at the counts, put the name of people on the chart in my videos. If they, like Stuba yesterday, he had a great scenario with a potential ending diagonal. I think it's worth showing to people. So, you know, I put his name down there because credits to him. So it's just, this is what I tend to say is, look, we're all in the game for the same reason. We are basically one big team. I just happen to be the guy that makes the videos. I just make the content. But also in Discord, if someone comes with a nice idea of a certain scenario, which I didn't think about, I'm like, yo, this credits to you, right? So I always like to give credits where due as well, because I provide maybe info and some stuff in the videos, but it's also you guys helping me at the same time. Make a highlight video of every live stream, 8 minutes in highlights. Oh, that might be an idea as well. The highlights can of course be a bit lengthy. Or the live streams, highlights of a... The thing with a highlight reel or highlight video is that it takes a lot of time to edit. And I generally don't really have too much time to spend to editing. Because if you do a highlights of a live stream, sometimes this live stream now is 1 hour, 14 minutes. So you have to get through and... sorry. And then... No, water. And then you have to edit a lot of stuff. Yeah. But it's at least worth writing down, I suppose. Good idea with the shorts. Thanks, Gwendy Zoo. Scenario shorts with percent of your... Yes. Well, the percent... I got that question once before. The percentage of the probabilities. Generally, what I like to do is higher, lower, neutral. Neutral is pretty much around 50-50. I need more info. It's basically what I'm saying. Probabilities higher or lower for a certain scenario it can range 90-10, 80-20, 70-30. Now probabilities is more, if you give a number to it, it becomes of course it becomes even more detailed, but also more like you might influence the viewer more, and I do want to watch out with that stuff. So I tend to say higher, lower, neutral, but usually based on the scenarios, people can kind of get an idea of the probabilities as well. Let me at least write it down. I do like to think about it. Write numbers during the probabilities section. Thanks, JSLG, the Creative Assembly Machinimas. Welcome. I like that I also end up drawing on my charts while watching. I like to hear that. I like it. Yeah. Drawing the same scenarios, doing the same pools. But that's also what I enjoy hearing, because it hopefully helps people to understand certain scenarios. Not just viewing, consuming, but actually viewing, implementing, which also hopefully teaches people something, right? Makes them better in Elliott waves. I will do like Matic another time. We're focused on at least Bitcoin for now, and do chatting and New Year's Eve stuff. I have the video coming up for New Year's Eve in the Netherlands as well, like the one that I want to show you. I like the shorts idea. Maybe sometimes gives you most probable counts, and when market sentiment is terrible, everyone will be searching. Think the sky is falling. So the most probable counts, of course, in the probability section of every video, I share the most probable scenario, and sometimes neutral, of course. So do you mean a video dedicated to only the most probable ones and then leave out the alternative ones? Is that what you're saying? I live in Den Helder. a long time ago. That's around the corner for me, Den Helder. I live in Gouda, so I live very close to Rotterdam. Oh no, wait. Den Helder, sorry, The Hague. I live close to The Hague. Den Haag, not Den Helder. Den Helder is all the way north, above, that's the city of the Navy, basically. It's a nice place. I've been there a couple of times because of events. I wouldn't necessarily live there because it's so far north, right? Like a train ride to Amsterdam is like 1.5 hours. But it's a nice place. You play Counter-Strike? I do have it installed. I used to play it a bit, but I played more like... Wait, 1 second. You want to tell Ashley, it's New Year's Eve. You want to say hi to chat?
I'm gonna do my hair and stuff now.
Do you want to say hi to chat after your hair has been done?
Sure.
Sure, she says. And then you can tell them about your Counter-Strike skin. I bet she's walking away now with a smile on her face. My fiance used to play Dota in the past for fun, but she also designed a Counter-Strike skin for a knife. And in the past, she designed it quite a while ago, and she was scared to put it online. Yeah?
Look, I was having this.
Okay.
No, wait, I was keeping this from you as well.
Can I show?
It's my new one.
It's your new one?
Yeah.
But this is, you're still working on it, right? Can I show the knife?
Finished now, yeah.
Do you have a photo of the knife as well or not?
I can
Somewhere.
find it, but first you can show my
Okay.
clock.
Yeah, so this is your Glock. Is this a video? Yeah, it is. Okay, I see.
It's
You can't really see it too well. You're still working on it, right? Or not? Yeah, okay, you're still working on it. So she is, wait, how can I start? Is this a video? Oh, there we go. So you can't really see it well on cam. It looks very blue. You can't see all the detail. She's still, yeah, you can't see the purple and stuff, but she's still working. She has a knife. I think the knife is... she doesn't yet. She will say hi to you in a second. So she used to she designed a knife as well, but she was scared to put it online. You know, scared of rejection, I suppose, in case it wouldn't work out. But never try it, never win. No. 1 second. She's looking for the knife. While I will answer some more of your questions as well. I was a pro Dota player back in 2006. There's no way. The Video Kingdom. I would love to know your in-game name. I started in 2006 and went pro in 2007 in Trackmania. I already answered this. I feel like you show almost all scenarios. Yeah, I want to show the scenarios that are high. I only show the ones that are the highest probability, because there's always ones that, in the back of my mind. So I only show the ones with the highest probability, but you always need one bullish, one bearish one, and then attach the probabilities to it. And what I tend to do in my videos as well is, hey, if this level is lost or if this target box is broken, probabilities switch, so that I inform people about the probabilities while I'm away, basically, when certain levels, get broken, which is important.
But this is not the...
It's not...
For now, but it's a karambit.
Yeah, the karambit. Okay, well, let me...
It's inspired by a dragonfly.
Inspired by a dragonfly. So she's been designing stuff. You can kind of see the shading, but yeah. It's gonna be 50K soon, guys. Invest early. Okay. It's of course not online yet, but she likes to design Counter-Strike stuff. What's your startup idea? It's an educational thing for parents with gaming children, which is the main topic that I speak about as well as a speaker. And I have a book. I wrote a book about it as well, which is called My Gaming Child. It's a Dutch one though. Are you Ajax fan? I'm not really a football fan per se. I used to be like I used to grow up in the past close to Amsterdam, so we did go to the Ajax fan days as well, and I've been in the arena multiple times. But yeah, I'm not a fan, but I like to go to any soccer match sometimes. Rarely by myself, probably more because I get invited. I'm minimizing meat consumption. El Catra Colo, that's a nice goal as well for 2024. The Creative Assembly Machinimas only eat meat. There we go. Of course, everyone has their own goals and strategies. Meat, only little, but high quality, home cooked. I eat meat, fish, vegetables, anything. But if we buy meat, eggs, fish, we always choose and vegetables, always biological or organic stuff. Because even though I would then eat meat, I do like to, I suppose, support the better system, quote unquote, if you know what I mean. Creative Assembly Machine. I'm obese, do not have any goal in life, and I'm self-indulgent. It's of course, first of all, it's of course, how can I reply to this? Jeez. That hits, eh? So, one can't really say, like, hopefully we can change that. But I do believe in... So, first of all, of course, it's not great to hear unless you're feeling great in a way. But, hopefully you can find communities, maybe even our Discord community or other communities, where you can communicate and do stuff, or at least chat with other people. Usually for me, it all starts with communities. You get engagement with other people, and then you get motivated for certain things, or you find certain goals or meaning or purpose while you talk with others. And you're now here, which is, you're part of some like this community now here as well. But it's very difficult sometimes to go after things alone, and having people that share a certain motivation, or sometimes you don't know your purpose or your motivation, but once you talk with people that are in a similar thing, and then maybe they have the similar interest, you'll get started. And it's all about getting started, I suppose, as well. Which then leads to, hey, I get goals for myself. And so with obstacle runs, until this year, I never did one. But I decided to do one because a friend of mine wanted to do one. So he was the one that started. And then I did it. And now I'm like, fuck, this year or next year, 2024, I want to do 3. And this is same with YouTube. I never thought about YouTube. I was in a community. People eventually asked me, because of chatting and sharing stuff, they asked me, can you make a video? Made a video, and slowly it started to where it is now. So it very often starts with community or people around you, but online or offline community. So that would be a tip for me, I suppose, there. I live in the Alps. Jeez. I used to be a snowboard teacher, by the way. Not in the Alps though, but I love snowboarding. So if we'll go there, I'll make sure to give you, are you in Discord, name? I'll send you a message. Go to the Alps in summertime for the hut-to-hut hike. Oh, yes. I mean, in summertime as well. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I was thinking about Alps, Switzerland, Austria, France, of course. But a hut-to-hut hike. My father used to do it in Austria and Switzerland. CVD on the 15th. I mean, we had some bearish diffs as price came down, but we don't have any bearish CVD divergences here at the moment. It's... That's very neutral. On a 3-minute, we continue printing small little bearish CVDs though. Also here, as price was moving down, right here, lower high, higher high on blue and yellow. Here as well, lower highs on price, but look, higher high. So, but of course, for the ones that just joined, we did Elliott Wave analysis and the analysis of local price action as well at the beginning of the live stream. We're now in the chatting section. We already spoke about goals as well for at least my goals for 2024, and we're going to talk about. I'm going to show you the video of fireworks in the Netherlands because it's a great one. Do you have any older Elliott Wave or Fibonacci books? I would actually recommend newer ones because this is already an old edition again. There's of course newer editions. So I would recommend sticking with this book, but then the newer edition of the book, which is also published and supported by Elliott Wave International, and they are the ones holding the IP of Elliott Waves and also have a crazy amount of statistics on Elliott Waves, and if rules change, it's because of them. And it also says in the book, published by, so it says here, authorized international edition of, and then the name of the book, originally published by New Classics Library, a division of Elliott Wave International Inc., Gainesville, Georgia, USA. So I don't really have any other Elliott Wave books I can recommend. My goal is to create my trading bot for crypto and stocks. I like that one. Use a strategy, maybe your strategy, and then try to create a bot of it. I also know there's a company in the Netherlands. 1 second. Okay. There's a company in the Netherlands called Bots, so they are called bots. And what they do is they have algorithms, and it's for people that don't really want to learn investing or trading, but they can put money in an algorithm, which is a bot, and then it trades. And of course, some people build bots for themselves and other put them in a platform there, and then you get commissions and stuff. It can be very profitable as well. My mental weakness is GSLG subs to the moon. Holy moly! People clicking that button. Look at this go. Thanks, guys. 5,802. Again, I did not think we would reach 5.8k before the end of the year. I just gave you a follow. Give my charts. Or in the final 3 days of the year. We were at 5.7 3 days ago. Now we're at 5.8. Usually it takes longer. And also just the amount of subs generally this year is not expected. I'm the 800. Yeah, you're the one that turned from 99 to 800. Welcome, my friend. Abner Kabayat, I will not forget that. Can we long here? You can also short here, but that depends on your strategy. I know, right? You are not late. You are super early in Wyoming, and I am happy to bounce up for your ideas and experience, brother. Thank you. Love it. Love it, love it. I appreciate it. By the way, Wyoming. Where is this? What are we talking about here? In the US, Yellowstone National Park. Eee. That's a nice place. Guys, I don't think this is a signal channel. That's true. Togatoni, hello, Professor. How you doing, my friend? Good to have you here. Look, Togatoni was confused. He's a gold member, and he was confused. I have a bronze badge, but that's the member badge. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a bronze membership, silver, gold, diamond. The member badge on YouTube is for how long you've been a member. So there's different, like the first month you're bronze, and then you become silver and gold, and then you get other colors. Liquid Mafia, what's up? How you doing? Happy New Year from Australia. It's 2024 already here. Austin? Wait. Liquid Mafia, I forgot where you're. Australia or Austin? It's 2024 already here. Happy New Year. And thanks for joining while it's already 2024 on your side of the world. Liquid Mafia, also thanks for sharing so much about your rings and stuff in Discord. It remains fascinating to me. We love charts more than anything. That's what we love to hear. We love the charts. Just the time of the videos when people's psychology is turning. Oh, like that, yeah. I could, of course, whenever the market is turning in a way or something ridiculous happens, I probably would jump on a live stream than making a separate video so that we can cover the dump or the pump. So that might lead to again, 3 forms of content a day, but then one of them is out of schedule, which doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But that's a good idea. Yeah, let me actually write that down. I will say go live, because also when people are emotional or panic because price moves down quick or up quick, they tend to be very emotional, and in a video I can't answer questions or help people with their emotions. So I would say go live during crazy market action. Okay, there we go. That's a good one. Glock 17, yes. She's a smart woman. She is. She is very smart. How tall are you? I don't know. Maybe I look tall because of the webcam, but I'm 175, 1 meter 75 centimeters. In the Netherlands, I'm a tall dude, or a small guy. Average length here is 182, and my fiance is 169. Nice. If you know Twitch. Yeah, I played with SK International. Yuri. Oh shit, SK. I know SK very well. Okay. I don't know your username. It was kind of like we when you maybe quit, I started or something. I don't know. We maybe had a bit of overlap, but I was involved with Trackmania. That's so nice. It's always great to hear about other professionals as well in the space. Different games, of course, but shit, man, you're one of the first. Jeez. Yeah, she is creative, absolutely. Alcatracolo. Hi there, my crypto champs. What's up, Yelstack? He back. How you doing, man? Mess with Miss Koons, you are getting shanked by that beautiful claw. Exactly. It's not out there yet, right? The knife, like, of course it has to be accepted and all that stuff, like there's a whole process, but in the beginning she was a bit scared to put it online. More bearish CVD divergences building, by the way, over here locally, so just increases probabilities of seeing a bit of a, taking the local low maybe as well. Does market really trap retailers, or they are wrong on their own? Usually it's people trading with no plan, which leads to the problem. So I also don't really believe in like all that, like popular terms sometimes in the industry are manipulation, bots, AI, all that stuff. Well, I believe more in what can you control. Yeah, you just got stopped out, you got wicked, and now price moves in your way. Is that the market's fault because of manipulation, or is it your fault for putting your stop loss wrong? Or is it part of your strategy and you have a 60, 70, 50% win rate, and it's just a loss according to your strategy? That happens. What can you control? Did you build data on how to develop your strategy? Do you have data on where to put your stop loss? 0.5%, 1%, 1.5%. What's the probabilities of it getting wicked in my strategy, right? What's the best risk to reward ratio? What are the best days of trading? What's the best market hours? London, New York, Asia. Did you put time and effort in building statistics, or are you giving the blame to everything else? Actually, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, we were talking about this. It's the victim mentality, right? Oh, it's manipulation. Oh, it's bots. Oh, it's AI. Oh, I get stopped out again. It's like, yeah, it's annoying, but it's probably your own fault, because you need to develop a strategy, which means you stop trading and you start building statistics on your favorite tools, then combine the tools, build more statistics, then find a strategy around it where, hey, these are my favorite tools, these are the statistics. Okay, where do I put my stop loss? I build statistics, 0.25%, 0.5%, below this high, above this top, or wherever. You need data, and then based on data, you can actually trade. And then you control the outcome based on data, and data will help with emotions. Data will help with blaming other stuff, which is useless because you don't have impact anyway on all the other stuff. So develop a strategy that has a certain win rate that you're happy with, certain risk to reward ratio you're happy with, But you need to have data about the risk-reward ratio. You need data about the win rate, the data about the stop loss, data about the entries, data about the tools. And that will take time. That will take you multiple months. But do you want to be a consistent, profitable trader, or are you just winging it, right? And unhappy with manipulation? So I think that's an important thing. I don't even know where I was. Oh yeah, here. Oh, that's fine, Yostek. And by the way, we're of course not saying that crypto Aman, you can have your plan. It's just a question, of course. So there's no one here that I talk to personally, but it's just general with retail. That's what I'm talking like with retailers. Usually those will be the people that say, manipulation, fuck that. Any tricks are on spotting stop hunts? So yes, like I kind of know the liquidity levels because of Elliott waves as well. But of course, you need to look for important highs or lows on the chart, right? For potential stop hunts or double bottoms, double tops tend to work very nice indeed. You can go to any level on the chart where, based on market structure, you kind of know if there's high liquidity in a certain area, yes or no. So I suppose when you look at the market from an Elliott wave point of view as well, with ABCs and a retracement to 886, right? You can imagine over here in this range, you have short stop orders sitting above the highs and the long orders below the lows, right? So that's very interesting. But this now, because we have on my chart a triple top, on other charts a double top, adds liquidity as well for continuation. So actually here now, because of the big range and the amount of liquidity in here, I don't really expect a swing failure pattern. If we do get something, I expect continuation up, then get a B and a C down. Liquidity is grabbed, but instead of a swing failure pattern, it's just because of all the stop losses here, you get an initial push because the stop losses get triggered, which adds to a move to the upside. And then you go down later, same at the lower side. But more locally, I sometimes talk about swing failure patterns in my video as well, where the double top over here, we got swinged. Didn't talk about that in the video. But it is important for the probabilities. We said we want to see a candle close above. Well, it didn't close above. Like this high for me over here, market structure up, high, sharp move down. Yeah, it can be interesting for a swing failure pattern. This one is not relevant to me. This one is not relevant to me. And then this one, that's a relevant one again. So to the downside here. So I'm not too there's no like real low. I'd say like this is a swing failure potential. But I tend to spot it just using the waves, and I never really had a strategy for it, I suppose, in a way. What edition is the new one? Oh, I don't know, but you'll probably be able to find it on their website. So I don't know if they have a 2023 or 2022, 2021, the 2018, just the most recent one. Get the recent one. The one I have is 1999, which is a great one. But there's some new rules with the diagonals as well. How to identify double 1-2 waves? Well, a double 1-2, impulse correction, but you don't yet know if it's going to be a diagonal or a double 1-2. In a leading diagonal, you can have a impulse, corrective 2, zigzag. It has to be impulse, zigzag, impulse, zigzag. And in a leading, you can have impulse, zigzag, impulse, zigzag, impulse, zigzag. So 5-3, 5-3, 5. While in a leading diagonal, you can also have a 3-3, 3-3, 3. So all of the waves are zigzag structures. Now, wave 2 and 4 have to be a zigzag. While in a double 1-2, you can have a zigzag and a WXY, or a zigzag and a flat, or a flat and a flat. Most commonly, it's a zigzag for a wave 2. So with a double 1-2, you're not yet sure if it's diagonal or not. What I prefer to see is bullish CVD divergences between the two wave 2s, and preferably a diagonal shape, where you then have your wave 1 impulse, 2 correction, Wave 1 impulse, 2 correction, and then you go in a double 1-2, right? Preferably I like to see bullish CVD divergences here as well. Most commonly, the corrective structure of your second wave 2 is the same as the first. So if the first is a zigzag, the second tends to be the same as well, commonly. And of course, you want to see impulse, correction, impulse. You want to see impulses, right? You don't want to see corrective structures like a zigzag or a double zigzag to the upside. And then it's about the differences, like your second wave 1 in a diagonal, preferably your 1, 2, 3, your 3 is not longer than your wave 1. In a double 1-2, it can happen where your second one is a bit longer. It's not preferred, but it's more acceptable for a double 1-2 compared to a diagonal. So these are the small little differences that you'll figure out when implementing it a lot. What was the name of the book? Oh, this is Elliott Wave Principle. So here, full screen. Elliott Wave International. Elliott Wave Principle from Elliott Wave International. Hello friend, short BC 42700, please advise. Depends on your plan, my friend. If you have a plan, if you have a strategy, then follow your plan. There's no reason not to short if that fits your plan. At the same time, if you think it's a great idea to long based on your plan, then you should long based on your plan. So on this channel, we don't do advice. What we recommend, if you want to be long-term profitable, is you have to develop a plan. Stop trading, start making a strategy. That is so important, and it's quite incredible how few people put time and effort into building actually a strategy. So you need a strategy that you can execute every day, right? Same shit, different day. That quote is very real for trading. I have my strategy, right? I mean, it's in diamond. Diamond's trade to strat as well. It's the same shit on a different day. And that helps to create expectations because it's based on data. I know my win rate. I know the most profitable days. I know my best risk to reward ratio, which is always then my TP as well. I know where to put my stop loss. I know everything based on data. And it avoids emotions, at least to a certain degree. But you can trade with an expectation. You don't care anymore if the trade is a loser or a winner because over 100 trades, you know this is the average win rate with the risk to reward ratio. So you can calculate like it's not. Don't focus on one trade. Focus on 100 trades, and the results over the 100. Right? That is what is most important. You need a strategy. And in the past, when I started, I was going to YouTube channels as well and see what they do. And I would then copy, right? I would, he's saying, market goes up. We have this one candle on the 1 minute shooting to the upside. I better enter. And then, ta-da. Especially with the moon boys, you tend to lose. So not recommended. But the best advice from any YouTube channel is make a plan. Put time in developing a plan, and it will take months, very likely, because you need to build statistics, and statistics is what will take time. You can have a very simple strategy with trend lines and patterns, and that's absolutely fine, right? Everyone trades differently. So if you have a trend line strategy, that's great, but you still need data. Where do you enter? When do you enter? What do you want to see when you enter? Where to put your stop loss, right? What are the probabilities of my stop loss being hit? What are the probabilities when I enter here compared to here? What's my win rate if I enter with this strategy on average, right? You need the data. What are the most profitable moments during the day? Is it London session, New York session? Is it Asia session? What works best for my strategy? Data is so important. 250K next Christmas. Are you talking about the Bitcoin price or the channel size? We won't reach it with the channel size. Hello, friend. Okay, Australia. Right, yes. Okay, I thought Australia already, but is it already 2024 in Australia? Damn, I don't know the time zones very well, but Happy New Year. I already thought Australia. I was like, Austin. I was like, wait, Austin? I thought Australia. There you go. Happy New Year, my friend. Ryu, what's up? How you doing? Cheese Gotcha, thank you for taking time, educating, teaching, influencing others in Elliott Wave and your public career. Thank you, Cheese Gotcha. Thanks for hanging out so long as well. Also to Liquid Mafia, he's one of the first ever here. And Cheese, thanks for being here for a while as well. I appreciate all your comments. It's great. So thanks for your kind message. I played with Loda Aka Draich. I'm not so familiar. But I mean, like, if you have any videos, I'd be interested to check those out. Let the dump start. We're just ranging here. We're back in the golden pocket point of control zone, though. So have a nice year with health and wealth. That is what we're looking for. Wealth is nothing without health. So take care of your health, right? I love sports. We do have some bearish CVD, of course. Guys, wish you all beautiful 2024. Have to go with my kids. Enjoy, name. Enjoy. Do you use the bookmap to confirm your TA? No. The strategy is the best policy. Yes. Jesus bless you all. Bless you too. Mark, what's up? How you doing? Happy 2023, my friend. Wait, what am I saying? Happy 2024, right? Best wishes for 2024 and Happy New Year. And I hope you had a good 2023. Channel size. Okay, there you go. 250K. In like, look, we're at 5.8. Where are we now? Yeah, 5. Well, another one. Thanks, guys. It's crazy. Look at the steepness of the line here to the upside as well, from like 700 to 8. You know, it's steeper. This was quite. Look, it's shallow or steep based on previous performance, of course, right? Look at the line over 2023. Look, flat here in the beginning. Then we started making content, right? February, and then holy moly. And now we're here. Man, the 6K is already on the chart here. It's ridiculous, no? Last 3 months. 4,001, 5,8. I even had the Saudi Arabia trip in here, but you guys just keep coming. No fucks given. Zero correction, yeah. I mean... on the viewership, there are corrections because sometimes I can't upload in a weekend or I'm traveling for like in Saudi Arabia. So there's hubs and bumps and stuff. But yeah, the channel it's very solid. So Kaifi, not at the moment, but what we are gonna do, you can obviously see where I entered. You entered on the 20th of Feb, right? This year. That is when the channel started growing. Wink, wink. Hello, sir. What's up, Naima Bara Mohammed? How are you doing? Okay. We are getting towards the end because I do eventually have to get ready and go and stuff as well. Of course, we spoke about all the probabilities and entries at the beginning, but I want to end talking about New Year's Eve in the Netherlands. So don't yet leave because we're not ending just yet. So what I'm going to do is I go to YouTube. Maybe I can already find it. Oh, here we go. So for the ones that have not seen this yet, and for the ones that have seen it, hopefully you enjoy seeing it again because for me, like this video pretty much summarizes the Netherlands during New Year's Eve. If you do not know the Netherlands during New Year's Eve, you're going to have a great time watching these 6 minutes of video because it pretty much summarizes what happens in this country. And usually this country is very calm, but not during New Year's Eve. It's a different beast. If you are Dutch, you probably know the video. If you don't, then I mean, you're going to enjoy this one as well. It is called How to Survive Dutch Fireworks. Survival Guide to the Dutch is the channel. And Dennis knows. Yeah. So what we're going to do is watch this video over here. I don't know if I can put you somewhere on. Let's just click, okay? Oh, wait. I need to put the sound on. 1 second. Okay. Should be loud enough. We're going to watch this. I'm Dutch. This is how we celebrate New Year's Eve.
Yes, you did indeed just witness a man fire a rocket from his ass cheeks. To you, this might seem a little crazy, or even borderline insane. But to the Dutch, It's just another New Year's Eve. The Netherlands, 364 days of the year, is quite peaceful. Normally, the closest the average Dutchie gets to war, or oorlog, is a patatje-oorlog. On the 31st of December, this all changes. Besides oliebollen, de klok, winning 10 euros in the Staatsloterij, having a few drinks and watching old grumpy men on television, their most beloved New Year's tradition is making their safe little country feel like a war zone.
Yeah. One thing. So in the Netherlands, I don't actually have or buy fireworks for many years already. In the past, when I was a kid, I did, and my dad sometimes had a pot. But I just like to watch nowadays. But this video, it's hilarious. By the way, if you want to unsubscribe, bye. We don't want you here. You can leave. That's perfectly fine. If you just joined, by the way, for the Elliott Wave analysis, go to the beginning. We're now in the chatting and the New Year's Eve session, and I just want to show you what the Netherlands is like. So, yeah, that's why we watch this short video.
The rest of the year, there's a ban on fireworks. Strictly forbidden. So when the ban is lifted, it's time for liftoff.
I mean, this is how it goes in the Netherlands.
Countries around the world celebrate the occasion with one big, majestic show. The Dutch celebrate with thousands of smaller, less majestic shows. Just for themselves. And sometimes their neighbors. Marveling at the colors, sounds, and smells of the explosions, the Dutch briefly come together as one. Ignite to unite. At the end of December, bike shops, garden centers, and hardware stores all over the country transform into highly secured fireworks shops as people line up to collect their arsenal. Last year alone, 68 million euros was spent on broches, matches,
last year, this is an older video, but yeah, 5 years ago.
Street sweepers, and screaming housemaids, lit individually or all at once. Although technically illegal, the days leading up to Oud and New,
and this is a problem in the country.
Explosions. The group responsible, the group that
with animals, my parents used to have 2 dogs when I was growing up there. So my 2 dogs as well. And they were very scared of fireworks. So for animals, it is a difficult period. You can train your animals, of course, but I mean, it doesn't happen throughout the whole year till this night. So it is for animals, it can be a very difficult period.
Wreaks havoc, craves destruction, and must absolutely be avoided at all costs. 13-year-old boys. Survival tip. See one? Run. They're armed, they're dangerous.
Stop, politie!
But they're not too bright.
Stop!
With a strategy reminiscent of IS, almost all of their evil deeds are captured on video. Easily
and of course,
by their signature giggle.
Destroying public property is not supported, but you have those people, because we can buy fireworks everywhere in the country, you're basically buying bombs, right? And you have especially the kids tend to destroy a lot of stuff, but we'll get there in a second. Yeah, so, you know, what I like is I enjoy the show. I enjoy the beauty of fireworks. Of course, not the shit that happens in the country.
And awestruck boyos. On dumper.nl, with their trademark green logo, you'll find a fascinating archive of their systematic end-of-year destruction of public property. Especially popular are garbage bins, mailboxes, and bus stops.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
But there's also sewer drains, garbage containers.
That's funny though.
Garbage containers breaking a street light, phone books, cars, refrigerators, wheelbarrows. This poor lady.
Mevrouw, stoppen.
Mevrouw!
Look, there's a difference for me between destroying a bus place like that's actually used, and if you have some random shit in your garage, like a car you never use and it's your own car, or an old fridge, then fuck it, just blow it up. You know what I mean?
And even a goddamn fucking tree. Yo, indeed. You might be wondering, is everyone cool with this yearly apocalypse?
Nope.
Well, actually, the Dutch are pretty divided.
Yes.
On one side, you've got people who clearly love the tradition.
Yes!
That's a legendary
On the other
video.
side, well, they're less enthusiastic. Every year, there are thousands of injuries to eyes, hands, eardrums, and whatever the hell this hit. Pleading for a ban, medical experts point to these statistics, while government officials point to the millions in damage, while some kids don't point at all. Decades of gruesome anti-firework campaigns seem to have slowly swayed public opinion, and political parties are increasingly in favor of banning the sale of consumer fireworks completely. On the other hand, though, there's people who love the exhilaration and thrill of lighting fireworks and watching it together, and who would hate to see yet another Dutch tradition lost.
For the Dutchies.
For now, the healthy debate continues. So basically, you have two choices. Stock up and stay in, or get out and stay low. Whatever you choose, Happy New Year. Stay safe.
Yep. And that is, everyone, what happens in the Netherlands during New Year's Eve. This is what happens in the Netherlands tonight. Actually, I mean, honestly, in the 2 weeks prior, there's already fireworks. But tonight, madhouse, right? Tonight is, I will on my Instagram story, for the ones that are interested in seeing where I'm at and stuff, I will record some videos tonight, and I'll put it on my Instagram story so you can see where I'm at and the fireworks and stuff as well. We now go to a place where a couple of years ago, like a friend's house, we were there a few years ago at the same place, and it was crazy. Oh my. No, like I don't, it's not, I will go to a friend of mine in Os, which is in Brabant. Jongen. You should go live tonight. Maybe I can do like an Instagram live. I because I don't want to, on the YouTube channel, I prefer to, like, we did the Elliott Wave analysis at the beginning, and now we're in the chatting session and we talk about New Year's Eve, and that's why I showed the video, because it's part of the theme. But I don't want to clutter YouTube, of course, with New Year Eve stuff. So I prefer to do that on Instagram. So I'm you know, if people are interested, I'm happy to go live and show some fireworks stuff as well, or just record it and put it on Instagram stories. Yeah, if people are interested. Link is in the description, by the way, for people that are curious. Jungle Boy 420 actually indeed unsubbed, and someone else as well. Happy to see people leave if they don't want to watch that stuff, while we already did the analysis at the beginning of the live stream. That is when we did the analysis, so if you just joined, make sure to check it out. We're now in the fun part and the New Year's Eve part and that sort of stuff. Exactly. Luckily, I never had problems with fireworks myself, actually. I also don't have anyone close to me that had problems. We always were very responsible with the fireworks we had, and like solid pots and stuff. But in the video, of course, like, you know, that's where you see also some of the shit that happens. And then we hear it on the news tomorrow. Yeah. Koens got washed out, but grandma saved me. How's it hanging? What's up, the fish? How you doing, man? Happy New Year to you as well, by the way. How's it hanging? I mean, we ranging, no? We ranging. Still some bearish CVDs here. These already played out, also with this wick here. Price coming up. You want this high to be taken to invalidate them. There's no bullish ones though. Blue also still showing bearish as well. So, and we are now below the point of control. But of course, for the analysis, everyone that just joined as well, make sure to go to the beginning. It is crazy, right? I know. New Year's Eve in the Netherlands. I love the beginning of the video where they say, for 364 days of the year, the Netherlands is pretty peaceful. But then during New Year's Eve, the country changes to a war zone, basically, which is, it's like, of course, like they say that in the video, you can never compare something with like a real war zone, right? But just hypothetically, it's like with all the explosions and the crazy times. Environment, yes, there's big discussions in the Netherlands as well around this theme, but they can't ban it. That's the problem. I mean, it's banned for all of the year till this night, and sometimes they're talking about banning, but the problem is that it's so in the cult. Like there's so many people. There's hundreds of thousands of people blowing fireworks, and they just get it in Germany, they get it in Belgium, they get it anywhere. It's very difficult to control unless neighboring countries have the same rules as well. But I like to watch fireworks. So I haven't actually fired off a piece of firework myself for years now, many years. Only when I was one of those, I suppose, young guys that enjoyed some fireworks. Luckily, I never got into shit with public property and destroying stuff because that's just stupid. My parents raised me well. But nowadays, I just enjoy the show, which is what I really enjoy. Fire in the hole, I know, right? I'm so proud to be Dutch. Me too. I mean, I love New Year's Eve, right? I don't like the animals because we had dogs and they were scared of fireworks. I tried training them, but it's difficult. So it's not a nice night for them. Luckily, it's only one. I don't like public property seeing broken. I don't like kids being irresponsible. I mean, arguably, I'm not, I was young myself as well. Luckily, I was responsible. But I love the show. I love the nature of New Year's Eve. Everyone just like, fuck it. Bam, everything goes in the air. Everyone walks out their door at 12 with their pots, with their arrows. They put stuff in the ground and fire, right? Oh, fuck, it's great. It's hilarious. I'll be Ols. A friend of mine, he lives in Ols, and we go there with the friend group and we go gourmetting and dinner and stuff. Adrian, Happy New Year, my friend. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Yeah, I'll make some content for Instagram stories. You'll guys like it. Yeah, I'll be safe. I won't blow things up myself, but I will enjoy the show. Thanks, Polar Bearman. Okay. I'll put it on my Instagram story. I'm currently in the right account as well. So I'm logged into my Kunst trading account. I should actually post more on Instagram story. I mean, I post a lot on Instagram story when I travel Saudi Arabia and all that stuff. I'm very active. When I'm back in the Netherlands, usually not too much. I also wonder, I actually have to ask you guys, what do you like to see? I don't know. I want to focus it more on what I do personally, personal life, and what I do outside of trading instead of trading itself. Wear an armor, I know, right? Almost, and a helmet. Go to The Hague. I guess they have an organized show. Happy New Year. You should watch the real fire battle for Greece. I don't like it anyway, but a battle, Chios fireworks battle. It's actually people fighting with fireworks. That would be crazy. It's getting less and less there's restrictions, but man, nonetheless, also last year we were in Wiegen, in Nijmegen. Holy moly. We were outside watching fireworks for 2 hours. Usually we are outside. We tend to be outside till 2 a.m. because we're just watching fireworks. They just keep coming and coming and coming and coming. It's nutty. Yeah. Well, they have a difficulty, like police can't control it. But it's at the same time, they don't have to control the general fireworks, but just the people that do the public damage, right? It's very difficult because there's so much going on. There's not enough people in the police, and the ambulance have difficulty to get to certain places because of course, the fireworks as well, being on the street and everything. So yeah, the animals, I know, right? What? Yeah, with the animals. Yeah, I have first-hand experience because of the dogs. My parents had dogs when I grew up with at home back in the day. Max and Monty were our dogs. Drentse patrijshonden was I suppose the brand of the dog. How do you call it? Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. While Bitcoin is back below the point of control and building some bearish CVD. Now, of course, the Elliott Wave analysis has been done earlier, so make sure to check it out because we also spoke about this local price action here. And this support lost is not great because it was resistance previously. Now turning, or arguably was important to turn into support, but now we're below again. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting night tonight. New Year's Eve. Hopefully everyone stays safe. There's no update tomorrow morning because I'm not going to be home. So the next update will be maybe Monday night, arguably Monday night, I guess. I'll write in Discord and make a community post about it as well. So everyone is up to date. Breed, thank you. That's exactly the one that I was, the name that I was looking for. Okay, so yeah, that being said, everyone, I think it's time to call it a year. Not call it a day. Look at this nice, not call it a day, but call it a year because it's the final live stream of 2023. Again, it's been a crazy, crazy stream, crazy year, crazy stream as well, but also crazy year in general. And I'd like to thank every single one of you for hanging out here. Also, especially during this day, it's a day spent with friends and family. And I will go after the live stream. I'll visit my friends as well. We go there and spend the night in that area as well. So be safe. Enjoy New Year's Eve, and we will see each other again in the first live stream or the first video. It will be a video, not a live stream, but 2024, and then I will do another live stream early next year, like early next week, and yeah, let's see what kind of experiences I have during New Year's Eve that I might be able to share with you as well. It will be interesting tonight. So trade safe, be safe. Thank you for everything this year. It's been, again, and I keep repeating it, but it's difficult to show my appreciation through a webcam, if you know what I mean. But I did not expect this. I did not expect this. I didn't have YouTube as a goal for 2023. It just happened to go this way. I happened to be asked to make a video. I made a bit of a plan, started uploading, and now we're at 5.8k subs, which is absolutely ridiculous. Thanks to your support. So hopefully you find the content valuable. As always, if you have any feedback for the videos and whatnot, then let me know in Discord or write something somewhere, because it's also your channel. You're the guys that are watching the stuff. So I have to know, do you want to hear something or what? I focus on Bitcoin, of course. Altcoins, like I would then have to make a separate channel because I want to niche down Bitcoin. That's the focus. But it's been a very unexpected year with all of this happening, and YouTube brings me back to my days as a professional gamer and live streaming for playing games. So yeah, what a crazy year. And we'll see where we are at the end of next year. I don't know. I just continue making content and listen to you as good as I can. And I just try to provide the best quality Elliott Wave content I can. And hopefully, that's the goal, the best quality content on Elliott Waves that you can find on YouTube. With the rules, bit of education inside, all that stuff. I try to deliver the best quality I can. And if there's more improvements that you'd like to see, send me a message, because I try to listen to everything you guys say. So Happy New Year to all of you, lots, and all of the VOD viewers and everyone that joined earlier in the stream as well, and the new subscribers and the future subscribers that are going to be joining after this video. Thanks to you guys. We are doing these live streams and we can have this engagement. And I hope that I see you live one day as well. I got asked to do an offline event a while ago, maybe organize something. And I had in my mind, like, maybe when I reach like a certain amount of subscribers, there might be enough people willing to go to an offline event and I can organize something and we can have fun and maybe do some Elliott Wave teaching or other trading related things while we are with like-minded people together. So yeah, it could be fun. Could be fun. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah. Thanks, everyone. Well, Mark, maybe it's in my plans, you know, putting some Elliott Wave Bitcoin content on OnlyFans. I bet it's gonna be an amazing experience on the platform. No, I think the shorts are planned maybe for like TikTok and stuff, but we'll see. So Bogdan, thanks for jumping in. Thanks everyone for being here. Really appreciate it. Very unexpected, but very happy. I appreciate your support, your subscribing to the channel, you viewing the channel, even if you're not subscribed. Thanks for watching the content and maybe coming back more often and watching the videos. Yeah, I hope you have a great night tonight. Happy New Year to you. Best wishes. Hope everything that you wish for next year is going to happen. Of course, it won't happen probably without discipline and consistency. So make sure that you work hard, and the year will undoubtedly deliver. So that being said, bye-bye, and I will see you next year. I will upload I will record the high time frame macro video right now and then plan it for tonight. But I will be speaking to you live in a live stream again next year. Basically tomorrow or the day after, somewhere next week in 2024. So thanks for hanging out. Wish you the best tonight. Bye-bye.